Should government take a lead in having some kind of a national fund, or should they take a lead on the Gen AI side
Yeah, so
for a developing country like India?
no, absolutely, and government could provide incentives to or even support an open source program through its national research policy, or provide research grants, because India has amazing R&D labs. India has amazing institutions like the IITs. Just like IIT Madras has done groundbreaking work in mobile, and they've built the India's own 5G stack, which is amazing, in partnership with TCS and a bunch of other R&D institutions, so that India is not dependent on other foreign providers, which we may not, from a national security standpoint, may not like. Same thing can absolutely happen, and the opportunity is now, and I'm sure that the government is looking into it. I'm going to Delhi from here and have a number of meetings planned with the Indian government, and I'm sure that this topic will come up. We also have a very amazing AI conference where I'm giving a keynote on Friday, as well as I'm giving a master class on AI, and I will be making those recommendations as well.
Okay. In terms of the regulation, is your forum also working on the regulation side for
We
AI?
provide our inputs and from an business community as well as investment community standpoint, and a number of that inputs finds its way to the governments in terms of the certain safeguards and guardrails that we just saw from the executive order that President Biden made.
Right. And any, maybe your view on the concern on the AI side, especially on the job front?
Well, I am of the view that it's not going to destroy jobs, but it will only create more jobs. It's a controversy, or it's a debate out there. There is definitely a legitimate concern that AI is going to destroy jobs because a lot of things will get automated, particularly in BPO industry and many other repetitive tasks. You don't need human, and you can automate. AI can do things faster. But if we look at the last 50 years, and you look at waves and waves after new innovation, what technology has done is that it has always created more jobs than it has moved off.
Right.
There is a short-term effect. So think about it as like when ATMs came, we had the same concern that the teller jobs will go away. The banking sector has only expanded, and now you have ATMs. You still have some tellers,
Right.
but you don't need so many tellers, because people can just withdraw cash without having a human.
Right.
But those people have now been absorbed in doing better things in the bank, rather relationship building, wealth management, and stuff like value-added stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing happens in computers. When they came in, it moved away a lot of repetitive tasks. So you can go after one after another of the technological innovation. I think we are going to follow the exact same pattern.
Okay.
A lot of repetitive tasks, you can give it to AI, and you move those people. And in fact, I believe that AI, a better way of looking at it is that it's augmented intelligence and artificial intelligence. That's a better way to look at that acronym.
Right.
And if every human, I think the main challenge that we have from a job creation or from a government standpoint is to ensure that AI is accessible. And that's the core thesis of my book here, is that AI should not create more income divide, because we have seen that there is growing income inequality and wealth inequality that is happening.
Right.
AI is such a big force and such a huge innovation like electricity, that if it is not accessible to everyone, it can create more wealth divide, more income divide. Right? It's kind of like electricity. People who have access to electricity were able to increase their income because they could study in the nights, they could go to school, and they got education. And people who don't have electricity, even today, small villages, their income is not grown because they don't even have access to electricity. So we are making all the cases, and if you read the executive order of President Biden, one of the areas it's a very broad executive order, very comprehensive. But one of the areas that they have focused on is also that access to AI technology through schools, colleges, universities, so that people are not left behind. And if you have that, then you have augmented intelligence. Your cognitive capacity increases, your productivity goes up. And if the productivity is a key factor of GDP growth, see, if you have 6% in India, we're looking at 6%, 6.5% GDP growth. But if you get with AI and augmented intelligence for your workforce in India, and you get even 2% increased productivity, that's a direct bonus adder on the top of your 6%. Now imagine trying to drive without AI. If you have to drive just GDP from 6 to 8%, that's a lot of work. But instead, You put in AI to your workforce and increase productivity, you're automatically at 8%.
Right.
So it's a net actually a wealth creator.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.